the bloopers. Where you going? I got fucking ghost in it. Alright.
Now we heard you mean. That's why I got it on.
What? I've been recording. These bloopers, I'm catching bloopers on y'all ass.
This ain't bloopers, this is natural life, bitch.
Whatever. I'm supposed to put it in this book bag. Get out of my notebook, fool. You wouldn't be able to understand. I'm an Illuminati. Girl, get your stink. Come on, because we got to start over.
They say, who are you? Tell them MDB. Never love a bitch trying to get rich, so I chase the paper to my toe bleed. Two bitches, two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up. Two bitches, two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up. Two bitches, two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up. Said I'm doubled up. Bitch, I'm doubled up. Two bitches, two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up. Two bitches, two straps, two cups.
Hey, boy, this guy now.
Two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up. Said I'm doubled up. Bitch, I'm doubled up. Heard two, I'm about to turn it up. No hair clippers, all about my cut. Two Sprites, I pour a deuce, double cup with that purple stuff. Don't get it twisted, all I do is lust to the third degree, burn brains up. Talk shit when them guns click and I ignite your ass like a light bulb. If the pussy wet, then I die.
We'll meet you up there.
Shit is like CNN without the C. Gold all in my watch, gold all in my chain.
Fuck!
These hoes pop mollies, fuck champagne. Two bitches, two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up. Two bitches, two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up.
Memphis is where I'm from, born and raised, 21 years of my life before moving to Atlanta. The best place to be. Home of the motherfucking blues.
Two bitches, two straps, two cups, I'm doubled up. Two bitches,
Memphis is the home of the blues because that's where the fuck BB King was born. God damn it. A lot of people, you know, they come at me, they say, you know, every time I say I'm from Memphis, oh, that's the home of the first 48. Well, you know, Memphis is a very, like I said, grimy place, but I mean, you know, it's definitely ways to, you know, stay out of trouble and, you know, do certain things. For me, it was basketball. Dave Wells Community Center, man. That's where everybody played basketball in North Memphis, you know, right off of Chelsea Ave, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, you know. But, yeah, basketball was a very recreational thing for us. That's how we stayed out of trouble, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we had the dope boys on the corner, did their thing or whatever, things like that. But they were the ones also telling us to stay up in these community centers and just stay out of trouble. So that's the path I took.
What's up, everybody? It's Shamaya, and I'm on here on the rooftop with artist MDB. We're going to be digging deep inside of his music career and seeing what he's doing as of now. Hi, what's up? How are you doing today?
What do you do?
Well, I heard that you were working on some extreme projects with your music, like the sequel to Animal 2. Well, Animal, which is what everybody's been talking about. I'm very excited to hear what's going on with that.
Yeah, Animal, it took out pretty much, I'm not going to say better than I expected, but people gravitated to Animal way better than I guess expected. But, yeah, right after we finished Animal 1, started on Animal 2, and in the midst of doing Animal 2, you know, we got into some business ventures dealing with Def Jam Records, and started also working on an album, Bars from the Heart, which will be released later on this year. But for right now, Animal 2, pretty much almost done. We got it almost wrapped up. You know, got a few more features to get done, and it'll be finished around next month.
And just to get things straight, Animal 1 is the one with the paper, the hit single, The Paper, right? Okay. And how did that take off for you? Because you listed that one as the single. How far did The Paper go?
The Paper, it went pretty far. You know, people. It, I never thought it would be a single when I first recorded that track. I never thought it would be a single, but I mean, like the people, you know, you got to give the people what they want, and that's the song they gravitated to the most. So we ran with it. It's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I heard.
It's on iTunes, by the way, right now. On iTunes.
Performed in a couple of clubs. It's pretty nice. A good turnout.
Right.
I didn't expect Animal to be a sequel, and the songs on Animal, you know, it didn't pretty much lead up to a sequel. So is this something you decided to do randomly, or was it an original plan?
It kind of went back and forth. It started off as an original plan to come up with Animal, then, you know, make it a series, and then I kind of ventured off into the Bars from the Heart thing, and, you know, just coming together with a few people, friends of mine, and we just, you know, we came up with the idea of just keeping it as a series with Animal 2.
Okay. As far as Animal is going with Animal 2 with the features, are you using pretty much local artists? Are you using people that are like out of like the vicinity around the world? Are you trying to use, my question is, are you using people that already have good names for themselves? Or are you using people that are just on the climb with you?
For me, as an independent artist who's, you know, getting ready to switch over to mainstream and different things like that, I think one of the most important things to me is to recognize guys who went through the same thing or going through the same things that I go through, you know, as far as being an independent artist and trying to come from the bottom to the top. And so, of course, I have the Goon Squad Music label, so I have to have, of course, my artists on there, you know, AG, shout out to AG, Mailman, you know, Smokey the Kid, and, you know, that's how we rocking. We got a few local artists, Lloyd K. Diddy out of East Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So, it got a few local artists and of course, my label artists.
Okay, now that all sounds like really good with the people that are on the same level as you, but are you looking to like do any features with people that people might be familiar with?
Oh, of course. I'm a music fan. I love music. You know, I have different picks and things like that of you know, music. You know, I'm very versatile when it comes to music. I don't just listen to rap music. I listen to all kind of music. But as far as doing songs and tracks with other people, of course, I got plenty of people I want to do songs.
Okay, and I've noticed out of all your songs, you may have like hooks and certain things like that, but I've never really heard like a female singer or anything too much. It's pretty much been all raw, just straight rap, whatever you're going through or like whatever you're feeling like at the moment. But when can we expect to hear any like love songs or songs with girls singing or like songs that express feeling with another singer? Are you looking to have any singers on your recent upcoming mixtapes?
Well, seeing as that Animal 2 is pretty much wrapped up and I actually don't have any singles on that mixtape, the album would definitely guarantee we'll have a few singles on it. I got a few people.
Okay, alrighty. That sounds good. I was just personal question. With Animal 2, how do you plan to promote Animal 2?
Promoting Animal 2. I think one thing different that we're going to have to do with Animal 2 as far as promoting, I'm always about progressing. So, of course, Animal 1 did pretty well, but with Animal 2, we got to go to the next extent. So I think hitting these, not just the southern cities, I'm talking about going up north, west coast, all that, just hitting a lot of different cities and rocking, seeing how a lot of different people gravitate to my music would be real good for promotion for Animal 2.
Okay, and then there's also been some talk about you signing a label. Are you going to sign a label anytime soon as far as to extend your career? And what kind of label are you looking for?
I think as far as labels go, you know, we have a few labels interested. I kind of don't want to go into it that much because, you know, paperwork has to be done and things like that. But we got something coming up. Now, as far as labels that I'm looking into, you know, I don't go into something taking my picks. You know, I try to go in it with an even mindset, and it's just whoever has the best offer that can help better my career in the best way is what I'm going for.
that goes with deals too. The best offer on
Exactly.
the deal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, would you prefer to be the type of artist that's constantly on tour, traveling, or like would you like to be the artist that's mainly in his own city?
Oh yeah, you gotta travel. I mean, that's just like what I was just saying about promoting for Animal 2. You can't. There's no way possible you can stay in one city and just expect to blossom or prosper in your music career if you stay in one city. You gotta travel. So of course I'm one of those. I love to work. I'm always working 24 hours, 25/8 is what I say. Always working every day, all day, and I love to work. Work hard. You know what I'm saying? I think your work ethic is that's one of the lost arts in this game today. Is work ethic. A lot of guys don't have. That's why you get one-hit wonders. Because of the work ethic. You gotta have a work ethic and be able to constantly work and constantly want to get better.
Speaking of lost arts, what are some main things that you feel like are lost in the music business, especially rap, behind the scenes? Like, what are some things that you feel like should have more credit? Because you're an artist, you should know things that should have more credit. What are some of those things you feel like should be highlighted that are not?
One thing is storytelling. I think storytelling. If you look at you can ask any artist right now. Most people are gonna say that some of their favorite artists, Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie. These guys have stories to tell. Nas, different things like that. So it's like storytelling to me is a lost art in the rap game, and I think if you have something to tell, people will understand you more as an artist if you really have something to rap about. Now I don't have a problem with the party record. I love party records. I love things like that. But if that's all you have to offer, people, it's easier for people to move on to the next artist that way, and for you to stay relevant and become what they call legendary, you have to be able to tell a story, and your music has to be able to touch people in a different way than just partying all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I think storytelling is a lost art.
And I think you have a track, and we can expect storytelling in that track.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that. It's Phone Call.
Oh,
And this